want to welcome everybody here on YouTube and here in the room. It's like, oh boy, there's a lot of energy today. Oh my goodness. You guys are so noisy. So please stand and let's get started. And we're going to sing our first two community songs.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, you're on, Billy.
Uh-oh. I'm
You're
on. Hi, oh, they got the mic on again. All right. Everything I need to know. Okay, y'all ready to rock and roll? Okay. Especially Lana, she's going to dance. All right. Everything I need to know about what lies before me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me is available to me. Is available to me. My God, everything I need to do about what lies before me. Everything I need to do about what lies before me is available to me. Is available to me. The mind of God in me. Everything I need, yeah. What lies before me. Everything I need, yeah. What lies before me is available to me. Is available to me. The mind of God in me. Alright. Everything I need about what lies before me. Everything I need, yeah. About what lies before me is available to me. Is available to me through the mind of God within me. Through the mind of God within me. Through the mind of God within me. Just wasn't sure of the words. Oh, right. Okay, but.
It's okay, we did okay.
I know they're okay. We're gonna do another one? Oh, guys, so demanding. All right. This is all good. I want you to be all good. Oh yeah, there we go. Sorry. All love, all love, all love, holy, holy. All love, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is love, holy, holy. Oh God, oh God, oh God, holy, holy. Oh God, oh God, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is God, holy, holy. All good, all good, all good, holy, holy. All good, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is good, holy, holy. All in my mind, in my heart, in my soul. Let me know all is good, holy, holy.
Thank you, Billy. Yay. It's always so good to sing. Oh, it's so good to sing. So I'm going to welcome everybody again. Some people joined us here in the room and hopefully on YouTube as well while we were singing. It was so fun. So good morning and welcome to the Sierra Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Reverend Madalyn Wade, and I've been here like forever. And, no, it's only like 20-something years. In different roles, I have to admit. So it's all good. So I'm honored to be here and your speaker today. And I want to remind us about who we are. It's like, wow, who we are. So we are a radically inclusive, spiritually progressive, supportive community that celebrates the diversity of creation. Really?
Who turned your light off?
We aspire to live authentic spiritual lives through a practical application of the teachings of the science of mind. And we engage in sacred practices that uplift our spirit, like singing, deepen our awareness, and ignite our soul's self-expression. Self-expression. What lookout world. Okay. We demonstrate active compassion for ourselves, each other, and the world. We experience meaningful contributions through generously giving of our time, our talents, and our treasures. And we intentionally promote our community and its teachings. And you do that by being yourself out in the world and being happy. And people are going, what's going on with that person? So that's just, you don't even have to say anything. So what we'd like to do is have our inclusion lighting, candle lighting right now. And Rev Lenny is going to select which method she wants to use. I'm a match person, as you guys all know. So we light this candle to celebrate the unity of all peoples, all faiths, all beings, all of life. And we honor the infinity of oneness as all of creation, seen and unseen, to remind us of the light of spirit within each and every one of us. So, what's alive in you today? Go ahead and shout it out, and then I will. Joy. Gratitude. Love. And passion. Peace. Harmony. Patience. Ooh, that's a good one. Surprises. Wholeness. I heard something over there. Air conditioning. Well, natural air conditioning. Aren't you guys delighted? It's been cold at night. It's so good. Anyway, and we are a praying community. So if you have a prayer request, these are in the seat backs in front of you. And please take one out and fill it out if you like. And put it in a little wooden box over there by the front door. And we'll pray on your prayer requests. The ministers and the practitioners get together to do that every week. And if you are online, please go ahead and go to the website, and there's a little form you can do. And it's important because it could be gratitude, or it could be my toe hurts. It could be, I got a COVID shot and it's still red. It could be anything. So just don't miss an opportunity. I'm not telling you what to do, but I am. Okay. So if you're here for the first or second time and you feel like it, would you raise your hand so we can welcome you properly? Yay! Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. So now I'd like to invite our dear Maxine up to do the announcements.
Thank you.
Whoops. We need to get you a mic. Maxine?
My voice is loud. Hello, I'm Maxine Cosby, and I'm going to read your announcements today once I can kind of figure out what they are. We do have an opening. The Board of Trustees has openings for regular members as well as a treasurer. So if you know of anybody that's willing to come and be a treasurer for us, let the center know, and you can send an email or contact a board member. Our email is office@sierracenter.org. And our spiritual mind books are here. They've been here a few weeks, but July and August in there, and I've been reading them, and it's wonderful. If you've not bought one or you don't use them, try it sometime. You can use the old ones at the back of your seats and take it with you. And there's a community update for the potluck Sunday, August 4th after service. Everyone's welcome. Bring a dish to share. And we have a sacred circle dance on the 5th at 10:30 to noon, and the location will be announced. To contact Judy with any questions, and she's at 530-798-0885. Dr. Georgia Prescott will be speaking at our Sunday service, August the 11th, with a workshop to follow. You can find details on our bulletin board or on our website, sierracenter.org. If you're a fan or interested in an amazing musical experience, Gary Lynn Floyd is coming to CSL Chico to do a Saturday night concert and a Sunday inspirational lesson. This is on August 17th and 18th, and there's details on our bulletin board. Or you can contact cslchico.org. Come and be a part of our tech team. Our tech team gets to do fun things like turn lights on and off and deal with the computers, and we'd love to have some volunteers to come and learn how to do this and add your name to our list over here on the table as a volunteer. Beginning Sunday, July 28th, and continuing for 100 days, November 4th to November 4th, the Center for Spiritual Living of Atlanta is cultivating a special mindfulness practice to raise the vibration for the 2024 U.S. presidential election. Join with thought leaders from all over this intentional mindfulness project. You can pick up a flyer in the foyer and go to the website, which is www.myelectionintention.com to sign up, or text JOIN to 470-784-0250, and that information is available. We also have some announcement from one of our members. Would you like to come up, please?
Oh, I'll just do it from here, Maxine. You need the mic.
You want me to bring you the mic? Here, I'll bring it to you.
Thank you. Upside down. Sometimes I feel upside down. Just in addition to the Sunday potluck next week, there's going to be an update regarding the status of our minister search. So we encourage everybody to come, and if you know any members in particular that haven't gotten themselves here in some time, maybe you can give them a call and encourage them to come. So stay tuned.
Okay, thank you very much.
Are you ready to do another song? What's that? No, what's this? No. So, yeah, so I think you guys should stand up for this one.
Yeah, and hit a drum or bump something. It's got kind of. Hey, yeah, it's like an Indian song. You ready? Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for my friend, Spirit. Thank you for my friend. Thank you for my friend, Spirit. Thank you for my friend. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friend. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friend. Thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for this life. Thank you for this life, Spirit. Thank you for this life. This wonderful, this beautiful, this beautiful life. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful life. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This beautiful heal, this healing, this beautiful. Good job. All right. There's that rhythm.
They're very wise.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Reverend Lanny Howard. I'm your practitioner for today. And we always begin with a sacred reading. And this is a sacred reading from Richer Living, which is a book written by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker. Okay, and it starts out with 3 quotes from 3 different spiritual traditions. The first one is from the Hebrew tradition. In Genesis, I am the Almighty God, walk before me, and be thou perfect. And the second quote is from the Upanishads of Hindu tradition. Whoever knows the God who is without commencement, without end, who is this impervious world, who is within this impervious world, is the creator of the universe, who is infinite in form. The one penetrator of the universe becomes liberated from all bonds. And then the Tao Te Ching in the Chinese tradition. Thus it is that the Tao produces all things, nourishes them, brings them to their full growth, nurses them, completes them, matures them, maintains them, and overspreads them. Our Chinese text tells us that the Tao, which means spirit, produces everything, nourishes everything, and maintains everything. It spreads itself over everything, it flows through everything, and is in all things. Indeed, being all that is, there can be nothing outside it. Our Hindu text tells us that in such a degree as we understand God, who is the one penetrator of the universe, in such a degree we become liberated. And the Hebrew text says, walk before me and be thou perfect. We are to recognize the divine in everything, speak to the divine in everything, to see it everywhere. Lift the stone and you will find me, cleave the wood, and there I am. Here is a mystical presence which pervades the universe. The fragrance of the rose, the beauty of the dewdrop glistening in the sun, are manifestations of its presence and activity. This mystical presence, welling up in our consciousness, evermore proclaims itself as the source and root of all. This source, Hermes tells us, forevermore proclaims itself as the oneness, being source and root of all, is all, in all things as the root and source. And the Christian scriptures tell us, I am over all, in all, and through all. The enlightened of the ages have told us that it is this God within us that recognizes itself or himself in everything we are. So what this is telling us is about the oneness of life and the allness of God that is present everywhere within us. Couldn't be anywhere else. And if it's in us, then it's in everyone. So our value today is inclusion. So if we say that we hold the value of inclusion to be precious to us, it is saying we are open to all because we know that they are all the presence of God. So we are used to being with those folks who are like us, who think like us, who hang out and like the things we like. And the thing is, there are people out there who are doing the same thing with a whole other group doing a whole other thing. So we have to remember that this inclusion asks us to expand in our experience to accept more of the allness of life. Now, right now, the Olympics are on. And I don't know if you watched any of the opening ceremony. but they had all these boats floating by on the Seine, and it was like Azerbaijan. It was like every little country in the world is sending people to this event to compete. And people who never won before are winning because they have that high intention, and they know that if they all come together, they are all included. They're all included. They all belong there. And I love it when you see competitors hugging each other after a race, or they all know what they've all been through to get where they are. And so it's really an important thing to recognize this unity, this oneness, this realization of inclusion. So now I am going to ring the bell 3 times. After each ring, we're going to say Om, and then we'll go into a 5-minute meditation. one life, one power, one presence, one divine intelligence present at every point of its creation. It is breathing our breath, that is circulating our blood, is beating our heart. It is transforming matter into energy in our food. We don't have to think about this. We just open to the realization that there is something else that created all of this wonder, all of this beauty, all of this order, all of this goodness that is ever available as we open to it, remembering that we are it. We are all incarnations of that one life, that one energy, that one love. So in our oneness, I know and accept that we today are open to that greater realization of that power and presence, that it guides us in each thought, each word, and each action as we move throughout our week, being the presence of the presence, creating an atmosphere of love, of inclusion, of joy, of harmony, of wholeness, that we are remembering who we are and whose we are as we open again and again to remember, to know, to realize, and to express that power, that presence, that life. And so I know that that power and presence, being everywhere in everything, is guiding us through the service today. Blesses Reverend Madalyn as she gives her talk. Blesses all of those who are volunteering to support the service today. Blessing our musicians, blessing everything that is conspiring to come together to lift us up and to remind us of the good that is unfolding by means of us as we open to it. And so I am grateful, grateful, grateful to know that God is good and that God is right here, right now, through, in, and as each and every one of us. And so with great, great gratitude for this realization and remembrance and for the good that it brings into manifestation, I release my word into the law of life itself, knowing that the law responds by corresponding to this energy and makes it so. And we affirm this together as we say, and so it is. And now we say our affirmation for the week. And I'm going to read it once, and then I invite you to read it with me. I embrace imperfection and accept all of myself. I embrace imperfection and accept all of myself. And so it is. And now we're going to have special music from Billy Benson.
Hi, everybody. Oh, we got the mic. All right. She knows when to turn it on over there. Anyway, I figured this is the right song for the, whatever, the thought. So it's called Image. And it's about being yourself. And I wrote it in Australia in a garage once upon a time when I was feeling like nobody loves me for just me. So anyway, it goes like this. So, all right, it goes like this. Everybody says I need an image. Play the role and you'll be on your way. I cannot just be myself. I'm just no good as someone else. I know I'd never make it that way. I've been running Guess I'll just keep hanging on, singing all my old love songs. Surely someday I'll find my way. Hey. Na 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 na. Well, everybody's got advice, what to do and what is right. They'll take my reality, ears to hear and eyes to see, then run me like a puppet on a string. Lord, I wish they'd let me be, get off my back and let me free. I'd rather do or die on my own. Let me take you walking by a river, breezing through a sunny afternoon. And we can do as we like, stay until the stars are bright, sleep beneath the blanket of the moon. Na 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 na. Everybody's got advice, what to do and what is right. They'll take my reality, yes, to hear and eyes to see, then run me like a puppet on a string. Lord, I wish they'd let me be, get off my back and let me free. I'd rather do or die on my own. Well, everybody says I need an image. Play the role and you'll be on your way. But can I just be myself? I'm just no good as someone else. I know I'd never make it that way.
Thank you, Billy.
Thank you.
That was great. That was great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And you can relax now.
Can I go sit down? All right.
Yeah, well, you're
I'll try
you're
to behave
sitting
myself.
down, but you can chill in the audience. Yeah.
All right.
Chill in the audience.
Yep.
Yeah, that was good. Amen.
Ah, oh, yeah.
He got us all primed. Ah. Yeah, it's all good. All righty. Okay. So the title of the talk is Perfectly Imperfect and Expansive Experience. So I decided to do what I wanted. But it's related. So, yeah, perfectly imperfect. It's like I looked at it as good news, bad news kind of thing. Because there's always something in everything that's perfect. Always. So what's your point of view about it? Are you judgmental? Are any of you ever judgmental? Okay. Or are we like discerning? I like that word better, discern. Well, because you need to like make some judgments or like pay attention, otherwise stuff happens. Anyway, so the other thing is your time frame. What time frame are you looking at? And what does the situation or the occurrence bring out of you? What comes up from you? Sometimes things that you view as awful or stuff that happens, it's like, oh my God, this is the worst. It brings out the best in us. You never know. And that's it. You're rising to the occasion, or something you didn't know you could do, just you handled something. It's like, whoa, I didn't know I had that in me. And so it's like, oh, what's your point of view about everything? So one of the things that has already been mentioned, thanks to Lanny, is the Olympics. So we were watching the Olympics. We're only 2 days behind. We watched the opening yesterday. But I was thinking about the athletes, what they did to get there. My gosh. And most of them won't get medals. But they got there. They're there for the journey. They're there to be there together. They're going for it. They're performing their best. It's like no medal. But the other thing that's so important about the Olympics is way back in ancient Greece, in the 9th century BC, they had something called the Olympic truce. So whenever the Olympics were on in Greece, no wars, no fighting. Everything stopped, and it was all about being together and doing the sport. So that is part of the IOC, the International Olympic Committee today as well, is it should be total sport and total peace. And that's what we're there to promote, dialogue and reconciliation, because you've got people from all over the planet who have an opportunity to mingle in the Olympic Village, to compete with each other, to cheer each other on in the arenas. And so it's an amazing opportunity, and it's perfect, but we have an imperfect peace. We are still striving for peace. And if we stop striving because something happens that's not perfect, it's like, what's that about? We want to have that peace. So we keep striving, we keep going, even though it's not perfect. It's not worldwide. But there are pockets of peace. We live in one. We live in one. We're so, so lucky. Fortunate, whatever word you want to use. The other thing is I struggled a little bit with this talk because there are so many things I wanted to share. And so first off, I want to ask you, how many of you know the story of the cracked pot? The cracked pot. Not that one. Okay, so I'm going to tell you the cracked pot. It's not crack pot, it's crack pot. Okay, so there's a water carrier. And she's carrying 2 pots of water, and she's got one of those shoulder things so she can balance the 2 pots. And one pot is just pristine and everything's great, and the other pot's got a big old crack in it. That's the cracked pot. And she has been doing this for years. She goes to the well, fills up the pots, and walks back home. And then she's been doing it forever. And the cracked pot is, in the meantime, thinking, I'm broken. I'm not useful. I'm not doing my job. And one day the pot says to her, this crack in my side, are you going to get rid of me? It's like I don't get as much water to the house as the other one does. And so the pot's comparing itself to the other pot. Do you ever compare yourself to another pot? Okay. So gently, the woman turns to the pot and says, on our return walk home, I want you to pay attention and look down as we're walking home. And they've been doing this for years. And the cracked pot is so depressed. Oh, God, it's like, and the woman says, oh, just calm down. Yeah, just let's see. And so the pots go back, and the pot is looking at the ground. And there's all these flowers. It's like, what the heck's that? And dazzling beauty, and the pot had never noticed that before. And the woman said, I noticed you were leaking, and I've been throwing seeds onto that side of the walkway. So because you've been leaking water, you've been watering the seeds. The imperfection has brought beauty and love and joy into the life. So you never know what your little cracks are doing. Don't take that the wrong way. You all did. I didn't know. When it came out of my mouth, I did not see it that way. So, okay. So there's an author, Jeff Mead, who says it like this, which is pretty funny. We need to consider how our lives are shaped by the stories we tell. how we're shaped, what we're here for, because knowing our stories is an essential prerequisite to claiming our personal authority. I make up stories all the time. I explain stuff that I have no clue about what's really going on. And my thought is that you probably do too. All of us do. Maybe not, I don't know. You get to decide for yourselves. But the other thing that's so interesting is this is not working for me. Okay. Your imperfections are really gifts. In the Navajo tradition, they purposely mess up the weaving so that the spider woman doesn't get them. It's a story about how that you get so caught up in the weaving that your spirit is stolen. But if you put a little flaw in there, a little imperfection, everything's beautiful and you get to use the rug for what it's supposed to be. And in Japan, they have something called wabi-sabi. It's not wasabi, it's wabi-sabi. But it's a viewpoint that you have imperfections built into the art. You have cracked pots. You have architecture where the roof is slightly off from the structure. You do it, it's to appreciate the beauty of the imperfect, the impermanent and incomplete, the not quite, it's not quite perfect. But you do it because that's life. Okay. So how many of you have ever taken a little walk with a cup of coffee? Or whatever. Okay. So along comes someone or something, and you get bumped, and you've got coffee everywhere. This is a coffee story for you. You've got coffee all over the place. And it's like, what did you spill? Wrong. You spilled whatever was in your cup. So if it was tea in your cup, you would have spilled the tea. So you will spill whatever is inside. So if someone or something comes along to shake you, and life does that, whatever's inside is what's going to pop out. So what's inside of you? What's in my cup? When I get roughed up by life, is it joy, gratitude, peace, humility? Or is it anger, bitterness, victim mentality, or quitting tendencies? All of which I occasionally have. So life provides you with the cup. What you put in it is what will spill out when things happen, as they always do. So are you going for the joy? Are you going for the resiliency? Are you going for the positivity, the gratitude, the love, the gentleness? What's in your cup? What have you put in there? It doesn't have to be perfect. But you want to put in your cup what you want to live, because that's what's going to pop out. It's about doing your best every single day. Doing what you can, not about being perfect. There's also a term called radical acceptance. And you accept what's happening. It's like every time I turn on the news, it's like, wow, radical acceptance. Or, is this really true? What's going on here? This last week, my head is spinning. Last Sunday, while we were in service, an announcement was made. And it's like, holy cow, the world is so different than it was 7 days ago. And so it's important to take what happens as a way to embrace wholeness. You don't have control over what's out there. You have control over your reaction, what's in your cup, what you bring forth. That's where you have the control. Michael Meade tells us, and I think this is important because there are things that happen. When a person learns to become who they really are at their core, they find a way to live with themselves in dark times. And there are dark times. The climate, the situation with that, I think is dark. I think we need to strive and do everything we can, even if it's not perfect. Go for it. Really, truly get expansive about it. You know, it matters what you do with that plastic bag. It matters what you do with that soda can. Every little bit makes a difference. So being expansive and going for it is critical. There's a 19th century playwright and novelist, Emile Zola. Some of you, I didn't know how many people would know who he is. But anyway, and he said, if you ask me what I came into this life to do, I, an artist, will answer you. I came to live out loud. Out loud. Yes. How many things have you done recently that are out loud, outrageous, expansive, beyond what you thought, oh, I can't do that, or I shouldn't do that? Sometimes it's like, oh, well, this occurred to me, but you edit yourself or you hold yourself back. Stop holding yourself back. It's like, go for it. What's going to happen? Yeah, somebody may think something about you. So what? Yeah, go for it. Go for it. And if you're waiting to do something in your life, don't. Dennis Merritt Jones tells us, you can try and wait until everything is everything is perfect in your life before you seek that moment of enlightenment. But you are waiting an eternity, literally. So if there's something you want to do, something you want to experience, do it. Don't wait till everything's perfect. Years ago, I was a human resources manager in a large corporation called Transamerica. And a gentleman came to see me, and he was looking for a job. And we interviewed and all that kind of stuff. And I said, he lived in LA. I said, if you want to move to San Francisco, move. We didn't hire him. And I just totally spaced the whole thing, of course. And then years later, for some reason, we did hire him. And he came into my office and he said, you changed my life. And I'm going, what the hell are you talking about? And he said, if you hadn't just said, if you want to live in San Francisco, just move, he wouldn't have done it. Because I was like making a flip. Yeah, and just do it. So you never know when you say something, what difference you're making in someone's life. Saying something, doing something, yeah. Singing, you never know what's going to touch someone, what's going to move someone. It's those synchronicity things I often talk about. You just don't really know. So one of the other things that happened to me in my corporate life in the world, this is ancient history, but I got laid off eventually from Transamerica. Best thing that ever happened to me. So I'd been on BART, some of you know BART, and I'd been saying, give me money and I'll go away. Because I hated my job. I was done. Give me money and I'll go away. It was like, I could hear anyway. So one of the days, they did give me money. And I went away. Do you think I was happy? No. I was bummed because I got laid off. It's like, that wasn't my plan. I didn't get to do this. It was exactly what I wanted, but at the moment, I didn't realize it. That's why I was talking about time frames. Because now I can look back, and it's like, are you kidding, the benefits from that? I took a year off of work. I moved to take a job that was closer to Gary. It's like if that domino hadn't fallen, oh my God. And it's like in that moment, I didn't think it was perfect. But it was. It was the perfect thing to happen. But, I'm not supposed to use that word. Never mind. So I wasn't happy. But, yeah, it's looking back. You never know. You don't know. I bet you each and every one of you can look back at something in your life that happened that you were disappointed with or you didn't like or had some kind of negative energy around it. And you can trace back and say, well, if that had gone the other way, all these other wonderful things wouldn't have happened. Yeah. I missed that train. I missed my plane. Yeah. I couldn't find something that I was looking for. All these things could happen. And so there are so many stories out there about this kind of stuff. And Mark Nepo has stuff. Brene Brown, you probably know these names, has stuff. And so one of the things that Brene Brown does is I don't know if she still does this, but she used to have the blog. And then she would interview people. And so one of the questions she always asked was, is perfectionism an issue for you? If so, what is one of your strategies for managing it? One of your strategies for managing perfectionism. How many of you are healing perfectionism? Or, having to get it right, or being good enough. Oh, that's another thing, of course. Oh, yes, okay. So she says, I ask this question because in all of my data collection, I've never heard one person attribute their joy, success, or wholeheartedness to being perfect. People don't say that. In fact, what I've heard over and over throughout the years is one clear message. The most valuable and important things in my life came to me when I cultivated the courage to be vulnerable, imperfect, and self-compassionate. Being vulnerable, going out there, doing what you want, doing what you feel, living with grace, living with the kindness and understanding for others, being authentic, having patience, yes, having gratitude, all those things, living outrageously. As is wont when I'm preparing for a talk, stuff comes up and things will show up. So another thing that showed up from Brene Brown was an old article. And she said, the people that are wholehearted play. They goof off. They don't always do something that's purposeful. They goof off without guilt. They read a novel, they play video games, they play puzzles, Sudoku, they watch the Olympics, they go traveling. They do all sorts of things. I bet you all of you play. Do you feel guilty? Some yes, some no. Interesting. No, she doesn't. Okay, good. Because the important thing is not to feel guilty. It's important to have fun. That's when you're creative and you're innovative. And that's what we did when we were kids. We were playing when we were kids. That's one of the things that upsets me, because I think playtime has been stripped from the schools. But that's another topic. So the important thing that Brene says is to create a playlist. And it could be music, especially for Billy, or it could be almost anything. What do you love to do that you forget time? It's like, whoa, what happened to those 3 hours? And you get totally excited about what you're doing, and you're not self-conscious. You're not paying attention to that. And guess what? She said to schedule it on your calendar. It's like, hello, make sure you don't forget to do that. And to play with others. That's one reason it's fun to come here, to play, to goof off. Yeah. Can't you tell I'm goofing off? I get to talk. Are you kidding? Those of you who know me know I like to talk. And there's actually times I'm quiet. How come Gary's laughing over there? It's probably when he's upstairs and I'm downstairs, so I'm quiet. But the thing is, the world is full of stuff, and stuff happens. It goes back to what's in your cup. We get rocked, but how is it perfect? I love this question, and I use it. How is this perfect? When something happens and I'm going, oh shit, it's like, how is this perfect? And that's where the patience comes in, and that's where just trusting the process. And there's always good news, bad news. So where do you focus? Do you focus on the bad news or the good news? I focus on the good news. I make up the good news story. Yeah, it's the good news story. How is this perfect? So if you don't take anything else from this talk, how is this perfect? And that you may or may not be the cracked pot. Yes. This little thing, I don't know the music to this, but Leonard Cohen said this, and I really liked it. Ring the bells that can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. I'm going to read that again. Ring the bells that you can ring. Forget your perfect offering. There is a crack in everything, and that's how the light gets in. Thank you for listening. Namaste. Please stand for that talk, or the song, excuse me. Community song, we get to sing again. Which one have we got? Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, put my keyboard here. Here we go.
I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had been blind. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. I think I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Where is that rainbow I've been praying for? It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Look all around, there's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue sky. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the rainbow I've been waiting for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. Oh, it's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, sunshiny day.
Good song.
Thank you, Billy. Yeah, that's great. Now it's our time for conscious giving. So we're going to do the prosperity affirmation together. Do we have a volunteer to run the basket? Oh, Lanny's going to do it for us. So if you'd like to take your offering and put it on your heart and say this this affirmation with me. I give this gift with love and joy from a consciousness of abundance. Divine love blesses and prospers all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. Will Danny please collect the gifts? Thank you. Yay! Oh, beautiful.
That was the diddling I was supposed to do.
That was beautiful diddling.
Good diddling, yes.
Let the diddle out. Okay. It's all good. Oh, just so. Oh. I know the magnificence of the universe. That one divine source is alive in each and every one of us. And I know that the abundance in this basket magnifies and is expansive and ripples out into the world in ways we have no ways of knowing in this moment. And that there is gratitude, such gratitude for the Sierra Center for Spiritual Living and all our partners in these gifts coming forth this beautiful day. And I want to speak one word for anyone in this world who is experiencing elemental forces, fire, water, air, or earth. I know and accept that healing is going on and that there is comfort and succor for everyone. I accept peace in this world. I know it's our birthright. I claim it. And I know that as our consciousness expands, so does peace. So in gratitude, grace, divine light, and deepest, deepest thanks, I say yes as I release these words into the law and know they are so. And together we say, and so it is. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh gosh, okay. So there are reminders. So next week, come to eat and hear what is going on. It'll be great. I'm so excited about that. And also, I want to thank people who have been here and are holding the consciousness, the container of this service. And we've got, oh, you guys have switched. Okay, Shauna is doing it as well, and Maya, thank you both. We can't do it without you. The sound, and then Mr. Wade is over there, Gary. And Sue made coffee, so yeah. And Maxine shared all the announcements with us, so grateful. And then Reverend Lanny, I don't know what I would do without you. Practitioner, candle lighting, just thank you so much. And then the joy of the music. Oh, really. So priceless, so priceless. You'll be on in a minute. so I didn't forget anyone, did I? But and all of you for coming. It's like, it's a blessing to have you here.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. So what are you taking away with you today? Joy. Enthusiasm. Love. Friendship. Imperfection. Gratitude. I'm going to put patience in there again, too. Yeah, patience. Yeah, and self-compassion. Yeah. Anything else we forgot? Exuberance. Okay. All right. We could say joy again. It's okay to say joy again. It's all good to say joy again. Okay, so please, I'm sorry, what was there, something else? I didn't want to miss anything. Fear of missing out. F-M-O-M-O. FOMO. Okay. I need to let that go too. You know, well, see, that's the other thing. I don't know about you, but I'm a constant work project. It's like, oh, look, I did it again. Darn. Catching yourself is important, and then letting it go. So please stand for the benediction. And repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. It's this thing called perfect imperfection. It's this thing called perfect imperfection. It's this thing called joy. It's this thing called joy. It's this thing called love. It's this thing called love. I know it. I know it. I feel it. I feel it. I sense it. I sense it. Because I am it. Because I am it. And so it is. So let's sing some more. Yay.
They're going to turn.
You're
turn me
on.
on. Oh, I have a quick announcement. My son is a photographer at the Olympics in France. And he called me up and he goes, Dad, guess what? And I go, well, what? He goes, they're sending me to Paris to film the Olympics because he's a real successful photographer. But I'm going, whoa, dude. It's like, he's so cool. So anyway, I'm proud. My son's in Paris with his sister. Her daughter is French and she lives there. And so anyway, my son's there filming the Olympics. I'm like, yay! All right. I'm real proud of him. Yeah. All right.
Billy, what's his name?
Aaron Bensing.
Okay.
Yeah. And my daughter lives in Paris, his sister. And anyway, what's a long story? But you ready? Shall we do it? All right. Everything I need to know about what lies before me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me is available to me. Is available to me through the mind of God in me. Everything I need to know about what lies before me. Everything I need to do about what lies before me is available to me. Is available to me through the mind of God in me. Through the mind of God with me. Through the mind of God within me. All right, thank you, everybody. Does anybody remember the spaghetti concerts we used to do with David, and we'd make spaghetti, and my spaghetti was always a little better than his, but we can argue about it.